What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day today, and I hope it gets even better from watching this video. Today we're going to be talking about healthy habits that can really improve your life in 2026. Feels a little odd because I'm actually in fact a little sick, okay? But that's not going to stop us. I have compiled a list of habits that I have stuck to at some point in my life, or I'm still consistent with, that have really made a massive difference for me, and this is in many areas of my life. Some of them are obvious, some of them are a little bit more niche, maybe you haven't heard of them, but because I don't want to keep repeating myself when I make these healthy habits videos, I thought I would ask you guys on Instagram for your random healthy habits that have changed your life. So I'm gonna sprinkle in some of yours throughout this video, just so we can spice it up. There's things in there that I haven't tried, that I looked into, that sound great, so I thought that would be nice for us to do. So we can get as many ideas as possible, and you can pick and choose whatever works for you and your life. So if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Nika, welcome. I usually sound a lot less nasally, but I make videos all about self-improvement, but I like to make them very actionable. Here are the tips, the tricks, the actual to-do list to make a difference that you're actually gonna notice. So if that is up your alley, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe. You can also check out my Instagram if you wanna see more content. And without further ado, I'm literally out of breath. Let's get into it. The first habit is very niche, but so helpful. This is something that I've been doing for a really long time that has genuinely transformed my days. And that is to pick one thing that you do in the morning that creates a healthy vibe for you. It's more about the mindset. So I want to do something in the morning that makes me feel like I am a freaking health guru. Health is seeping through my pores, So whatever that is for you, whether it's taking supplements first thing in the morning, making a healthy juice or smoothie, taking a ginger shot, going outside and breathing for 5 minutes, or a lemon water, it really sets the right tone for your day. And I then want to do more things for my health to continue the trend. I'm if I already did this healthy celery juice, I don't want to then ruin it, Number two is a fairly newer thing for me. I've really been into healing my nervous system and really focusing on that. I have a whole playlist on my channel with videos that I've done on the topic, so I'll link it down below. But one switch that I've made is getting a sunrise alarm clock. I'm gonna figure out the name and write it in the description box. I didn't get the Hatch or the Philips. I know those are really popular. I just found a random one on Amazon that had good reviews, and that's good enough for me. It basically wakes you up with light that resembles a sunrise, and you can choose a tone, whether it's birds chirping or something relaxing to go along with the light, but the light actually starts way before the sounds go off, if that makes sense. So it is such a more relaxing way for me to wake up. It is crazy, the difference. And the habit that I'm forming to go along with that is that I can now leave my phone out of my bedroom because I don't need it as an alarm. So the goal here is that I spend way less time on my phone in the evening, and I'm not tempted to use it as early in the morning. The next healthy habit is financial. I feel for me, my relationship with money and spending really influences not only how I feel about myself, but also obviously my whole life, because we need money to survive. So the healthy habit that really helps me whenever I need a good reset, whenever I notice myself spending way too much and ignoring my financial goals, is to do a no spend month or a low spend month. So a no spend month is basically where you only spend your money on essentials. So think your bills, your rent, groceries, things you need to survive. No wants, no shopping, no eating out, stuff like that. That is a little bit too extreme for me personally. I don't really need that for it to work. So I just do a low spend month. So I am obviously spending money on bills and things that I need to survive, but then I set to spend no money in categories that are not good for me, like shopping, but I give myself a little bit of room with things like eating out, with workouts, things that just genuinely bring happiness to me and are not really harmful, but I just limit myself a little bit more. I did a low spend month in January. I made a whole video about it, going over all of my rules, my budget, everything. So I'll link that down below if you need some inspo. I think starting off my year like that was so helpful. And I now just don't have these like usual urges to like overspend. And I feel like after this reset, you can then, readjust your goals or your rules for how you want to spend your money, redo your budget, just really get on top with your finances. An app that really, really helps me with this is called Monarch Money. They're actually sponsoring this video, but one of the issues that I used to have with money and managing my money is I felt like I had my money spread out across so many different bank apps and cards. So it was just hard to see like the full picture. So Monarch puts everything into one clear dashboard so you can actually see what's going on in one place. You can look at your spending by category. So if you want to do like your spending audit to set up a budget, that can be really, really helpful. It's just such a clear view of like, okay, these are my fixed expenses. These are my like flexible ones, my wants, and you can really easily see where you can make adjustments to spend less and obviously save more or invest or work towards whatever financial goals you have. Also, one of my favorite things about Monarch is that it lets you set a goal. So let's say like my first 10K or my emergency fund, you link it to an account and then you can track your progress over time. I feel like it's really motivating because you're not just like saving vaguely, you can really see yourself moving forward. And again, it's all in one place, so you see it all the time. So if you want to try out Monarch, you can click the link in the description box or scan the QR code on the screen. And thank you so much to them for continuing to support this channel. Okay, one habit that so many of you wrote that I definitely started noticing recently is avoiding cold drinks, and especially drinking something warm in the morning. It really helps with digestion. And this, again, is just something I naturally started doing. I usually drink tea in the morning, but also when it comes to water, I just drink warmer water, which I definitely didn't used to do. And I just started feeling weird after drinking it. Like my body would just feel a little uncomfortable. I don't really know how to explain it. I just naturally started incorporating like warmer water, especially in the first few hours of my day. And I do think it's a lot more gentle for us and like feels a little bit more natural. So highly recommend making that switch. The next one I feel like is very obvious, but again, something that is obvious and we all know healthy, but a little bit more difficult to actually implement. And that is to not do anything too stimulating before bed. So whether that's screen time, like a lot of social media time, whether it is like dramatic news if you watch like a news channel, or just consuming any type of content that is very stressful. I am someone who's very sensitive to what I do before bed. Like if I consume something stressful or a little bit like scary or something like that, I always have dreams about it and I just feel very restless and I wake up with that same mood. It's just like I've noticed really, really not good for me. Switching those like negative habits with something relaxing is definitely my approach. It just makes it a lot easier. So whether it's reading, which is like a habit of mine I have been doing for years, or doing like a puzzle or drawing or whatever, just like calm activity. Someone wrote in coloring before sleep really helps slowing down my mind because I'm an overthinker. Yeah, I'm definitely looking into coloring. I have been eyeing this watercolor kind of like workbook. They're really, really cute. Just like exploring habits like that and creating a calming vibe to go along with that. So like warm, low lighting, relaxing music, relaxing scents. I really love eucalyptus essential oils, and then making myself like a calming tea, like chamomile tea, just creating like a vibe. So it's more like motivating to actually make the switch. We're romanticizing that part of our day. Okay, this next one is for all of us, eldest daughters, perfectionists, I have to have it all together at all times, etc., etc. Me right here. My new rule is I don't have to be perfect, but I have to show up. So let's say my habit is to do a 15-minute meditation every evening. And let's say that evening I'm really not motivated. It's the last thing I want to do. It's just no interest over here. I don't have to be perfect, but I have to show up for myself. So that means that maybe that day I choose a 5-minute guided meditation because that feels really, really easy. It's 5 minutes. I can survive that, And maybe it's not going to be my best meditation. Maybe my mind is going to wander, but I'm still showing up for myself, because not showing up for myself is me abandoning myself. It's me abandoning what I really want, the life that I'm trying to create, what I'm trying to just do for myself and my health. So reframing that is really, really helpful, especially again, if you're a perfectionist. because what used to happen to me all the time is I then just wouldn't do it because it wasn't perfect. So if I can't do 15 minutes, like I promised myself, it doesn't count. And if I missed like 2 meditations, for example, I would just stop doing it altogether. It's just really not a healthy way of viewing habit building at all. And you're not gonna have this like just bad feeling of like quitting on yourself. It's really not a good feeling at all. Okay, let's sprinkle some more of the ones you guys mentioned. One that I thought was really helpful when it comes to healthy eating and just this reframing of it, I feel like might help some people. And that is, don't bring the devil home. So as in, don't buy foods that destroy your health. And that is definitely something that I do. Like I grew up in a very like healthy household. My mom is like a typical almond mom. You know, we didn't have those things in the house. So I just don't buy those things. It's not a habit for me to bring them home. And if I do bring them home, I eat them, obviously. So really, really helpful. Just not bringing it home and reframing it as like, don't bring the devil home. Very helpful. The next one, taking care of my liver healed my acne. I thought I would put this in because maybe someone has acne and you haven't looked into this. Might be helpful. I know back in the day when I had so much acne, I was so lost and I felt like I tried everything and nothing was working. So maybe look into that. Another one that really, really helps me as well to have a good sleep and to wake up feeling so much better is not eating after 7 p.m. I sleep so much better and I don't snack. I agree with this 10,000%. Like my sleep is so much better. I'm not restless. Also, if I eat too late, kind of depending on what I eat, but I usually wake up with acid reflux. So it just like starts off my day in a really not great way. So I feel like having like a time that's like your cutoff time. Obviously there's exceptions, like if you go somewhere, you have a date night, a party, whatever. But having it as like a general rule, like after 7 or 8 or whenever, no more eating. Another one that is very obvious, but for some reason took me forever to do. So I'm including it in this video in case you need to hear it, but get your blood work done. So whether you are someone who can get really easily swept up into, you know, taking a bunch of supplements, random supplements that you think you need, which is definitely me, or if you just have certain issues, like you feel like your energy is really low, or you feel like your hormones are all over the place, you're tired all the time, like it doesn't take a lot of time at all to get your blood work done, okay? I don't know how it is where you live in Slovenia. It's free you can do that at your doctor's office. It's free. So go do it. Like I was shocked at the results because everything was fine with me and I thought everything was wrong. Another one that you guys mentioned a few times that I feel like a lot of people don't do is tongue scraping after brushing your teeth. This I've been doing for many years. My mom like brought it home from like yoga class one day for all of us and I've been using it ever since. So it's been probably a decade of me using it, and I just like assumed everyone does it, but it is so good. Like it removes some of the bacteria in your mouth. The biggest benefit in my eyes is that your breath doesn't stink. Like I'm someone who's constantly worried about my breath stinking for some reason. Like I think about it way too much. So tongue scraping really helps with that. Apparently, one of the benefits is that it can also enhance your taste perception. So you've got nothing to lose. You can get them on Amazon. I really love the is it stainless steel? I don't know. I'll have it on the screen, but those are my favorite. I don't really like the plastic ones. I've tried them. They're not the same. That is it, guys. Those are all the healthy habits I wanted to mention, along with the ones that you guys wrote in. If you want to participate in future videos, I would love to do this more often. You can definitely check out my Instagram. And again, if you want to stick around for more content, you can subscribe. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. And I can't wait to see you really, really soon.